have our thanks, Fair and Lothar. And you too, outsiders.
Lothar.
Lothar?
Lothar. See, you don't know who Lothar is. You don't know. I know because I've been playing for years. I love the lore. I love the story. And I'm always excited about more stuff that comes out about the Warcraft. I've read so many of the books. I'm still trying to get through the Sylvanas book, though, sadly. It is, it's not bad, but I have my Sylvanas burnout because... because the last expansion, Shadowlands, was nothing... No, the previous expansion before the last expansion, which would make it 2 expansions ago, was Shadowlands that had everything to do with Sylvanas. And it was burnout because it was Sylvanas was so cool. Sylvanas was so powerful. Sylvanas can't be beaten. Sylvanas wasn't actually evil. She was just missing part of her soul, which got rid of her good side. It was stupid. It was a stupid plot line. It was a really dumb thing, and then we're like, okay, we're tired of seeing and hearing and everything about Sylvanas. Please go to a different character. Please focus on somebody else. Please do anything other than the current story that you're doing, because it's driving everybody up the fucking wall. It was literally like when you were a kid and you remember playing pretend, and then you were just sitting there, and then you had that one friend who was going, well, I'm stronger, I'm invincible, I can't be hurt, and everything you do just deflects off of me. That's what that was like. That was like for like, what was that, a year, 2 years? So we're all a little burned out on Sylvanas, and there's an entire book dedicated to her. It talks about her past, and I'm kind of okay with that, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to hear any more about Sylvanas. I want to get to I think there's even the scan. Let me see. Hang on. Google. Let me go to Google. Google, you're my best friend. List of Warcraft books. So here's the Wikipedia page. Blood and Honor, Day of the Dragon, Lord of the Clans, The Last Guardian. War of the Ancients trilogy, which I have the thick book. It's sitting in my car, and I should go get it out because it's getting all fucked up. And I haven't finished this one. I think I'm at the Sundering of the last of it. Warcraft Series 23, Cycle of Hatred, Rise of the... I read that one, Tides of Darkness. Beyond the Dark Portal, I've read so many of these. Vol'jin, Shadow of the Horde. War Crimes was a good one. Illidan, I have to read that. The Traveler series. I don't want to read the Traveler series, but I should probably read the Traveler series. Before the Storm, Shadows Rising was a good one. Let me think. Was this the one with... Before the Storm, what's this one? Yeah, this one was actually really good. It had a really good scene in it where Anduin's trying to broker peace between the... he's trying a little bit to broker peace between the Alliance and the Horde by going to Sylvanas, who is at this point the war chief, and he's like, hey, look, I'm trying to bring peace in, and I want you to bring the Forsaken to meet up with their family members. I think this would be a good healing thing. And she reluctantly agrees. And no, she doesn't. She agrees because she wants there to be no doubt in the Forsaken's minds that they are hated by everybody, that their old life is gone. She's at this point, she's like really bitter and angry, and she wants everybody to be like her who were Forsaken. So what happens is they have this big picnic event out in the open, and it's a bunch of chosen Forsaken that the council of the Undercity Council picks out, and a bunch of Alliance members that are told ahead of time that, hey, here are your family members who have died, were brought back, and now are part of the Horde and part of the Forsaken, and they want to meet you. And it's this big event where a few of the people immediately get disgusted and run away crying, and the Forsaken who were supposed to meet their family members are completely distraught, and Sylvanas is like, yeah, okay, yeah, I saw this coming. And she basically doubles down and tells her people, yeah, see, this is what I told you what was going to happen, but I needed you to see it by yourself. Except for a few of them who actually get gifts, and their family members are actually excited to see them. There are 3 warriors who their mother recognizes them. And they thought she was going to be afraid. And she's like, I can't be afraid. You are my boys. I love and miss you so much. And she hugs them and they have this big moment together. And she tries to take the 3 sons who are now Forsaken warriors with her. And a bunch of other Forsaken who are also there are also going with their family members, trying to go to the Alliance side. And as soon as Sylvanas sees this, she just slaughters all of them. She has her Dark Rangers who are flying above head, shoot all of them in the back and killing them all. It's like, it's distraught. She kills only the Forsaken. She doesn't kill the Alliance. She just kills the Forsaken. And so the mother who had her 3 sons was just completely distraught because she just got in the back and now they're dead again, permanently. It was terrible. Anduin wanted to fight her there, but he backed down and decided not to, and he was asking her why she did this, and she's like, they were defecting. As war chief, it is my right to kill traitors. It's such a good read. It was such a good read. After that was Shadows Rising. This one I think is about Talanji, because this one's about Talanji taking up the role as the new leader of the fuck, I can't remember the name of the trolls. What were the trolls' name for this one? Hillsbrand, Kalimdor, the Zandalari. Yeah, that's it. This one's mostly about her trying to take over his role for her father for the Zandalari. There's also where we get fan favorite named character Zappy Boy. Zappy Boy came from the Shadowlands cinematic, where he looks up to Sourfang, and he reminds Sourfang of his honor, and they in the internet and Warcraft community dub him Zappy Boy, and it was great, and I loved everything about that. This is illustrated novels. I have not read this. Wait, have I? Rise of the Horde and Lord of the Clans. Or this is just it contains 2 stories. Oh yeah, okay. Thrall, Rise of the Horde, and Lord of the Clans. I've read both of these. Right, this was okay. That's the Legends, and that's the I've read these. So Legends were Blizzard's manga that came out. Okay, so I am a book behind. So there's the War of the Scaleborn, which is the new one. I have to order this one. Which, it got released last year, and I never got to it because I'm still on Sylvanas, which came out... Fuck, when did this come out? Like a couple years ago? In 22? Yes, it came out 2 years ago. I picked it up, I started reading it, I just got really burned out on Sylvanas and didn't want shit to do with her. So I threw it down. And then I'm like, you know what? I really need to go through this and finish reading it. And then I was like, oh yeah, the War of the Scaleborn's out. And that's another book I know I'm going to have trouble getting through because I don't like the Draknir. What is the War of the Scale? Because I haven't read it, so we're going to read the description. When the world was young, all life before the might of Galakron. Oh, all life shook before the might of Galakron, a massive primal dragon, whose hunger could not be sated. 5 primal dragons rose valiantly besides the Titanforge Keeper to combat this threat. Wait a minute. Is this can't just be a retelling of Galakron? That's literally what where was it? Not Rise of the Horde, Tide of Darkness, Beyond the Dark Portal. Arthur's Rising of the Storm, that was a good one. The Shattering, Fulgent. Where the fuck was it? What book was it? I just said it was the thick one. Oh, War of the Ancients trilogy. Wait, was it that one? Let me see. And Richard A. Knack, I like a lot of his work because he did the Resident Evil series. if I remember, he did Resident Evil as well. Let's see, trivia, interview, podcast. Oh wait, external link: RichardADnack.com. Well, I want to see that, but I also want to see. I read that one, so I'm gonna have to go back. Yeah, it was the War of the Ancients trilogy, because the War of the Ancients trilogy also deals with pre it deals with Nosdormu and it's pre-aspect dragons. You know, the big dragons who I showed in the clip for the thing where they got their powers back. This one's pre that, and this one's where they just before they become dragons. Oh, it's server not found. Fuck off. Because I know Richard A. Knack wrote the Resident Evil series. Hang on, let me see. Richard A. Knack books. Dawn of the Aspects. Oh no, wait, I got Dawn of the Aspects. That's the book I'm reading. That's 3 books, right? I don't do Audible. I like Audible, I just don't do it. Yeah, and it wasn't War. It wasn't Well of Eternity. It was Dawn of the Aspects. That's the one I'm reading. This is the one I was reading, and this is why I'm like, this is no way Scaleborn. It's just a carbon copy of Dawn of the Aspects. Because it's got Galakron, and I think I'm near the end because they're about to kill Galakron. It's not a spoiler. That was game knowledge before the book. Let's see. 5 primal dragons, Rose Valley. Okay, yeah. Oh, the fight was desperate. Galakron fell by their teeth and talons, and they were chosen to become protectors of Azeroth. The Titans gifted Nosdormu, Ysera, Alexstrasza, Malagos, and Neltharion with Order magic, transforming them into the aspects of powerful dragons with the command of time, nature, life, magic, and even the earth itself. Other primal dragons follow them on their path, and imbued with the Titan's power, the Dragonflights rose to shape the world and serve the aspects. That is the tale of the Dragonflights have always told, but it's not the whole story. Okay. Oh, cool. My brother brought White Castles. Cool. Let's see. This is the tale of the Dragonflights of old, but it's not for a while. The Dragon Queen and her flights set to reshaping Azeroth. Not all Dragonkind see Order magic as a gift. Spurn the Titans' interference. A group of rebel primal dragons. So this is the telling of the Dragonflight expansion. Drink deep from the elemental powers of the planet and are reborn as the Incarnates, led by Aridikron. The Incarnates believe that the Dragonkind should be subservient to no one. They foment a rebellion against the aspects when they are. Hang on, this foment's a word I don't know. It is okay. What is foment? Instigate, stir up an undesirable or violent sentiment of course or action. They accused him of fomenting political unrest. Bathe, a part of the body with warm and medicated lotions. Oh. Foment, that's how it's pronounced. Foment. Oh, clever. I learned a new word today. Okay. I did not know that. I thought they were going to try and just spell form and then they just got the wiki wrong. But no, foment. Okay. They foment a rebellion against the aspects, what they are and what they stand for. Despite the efforts of the Dragon Queen Alexstrasza and her primal friend Veranoth to preserve peace, both sides slip closer to violence as the dragons are forced to choose a side or be swept in the growing conflict. With the battle lines for the allegiance dawn, the war among the Dragonkind shakes the foundation of the world. Both sides realize that they will have to make sacrifices to secure the future of their kind. Sacrifices that will cascade through the ages. That is the War of... Okay. So it's dealing with current predicaments going through Dragonflight. And let me see. So here's the thing. Here's the Scaleborn. Images of Scaleborn. I mean, Scaleborn. I mean, Drekthir. Trying to see if I can find a good image of Drekthir. Yeah, so here's the Drekthir. This is what they gave us in the Dragonflight expansion. They gave us these twink dragons called the Drekthir that can take on semi-humanoid forms, which is weird because the dragons can take on pure, whatever race they choose for. Like there's no way to tell the difference between a dragon and whatever race you are until the dragon decides to show you, like in D&D. Like, you don't know this person's a golden dragon until the dragon chooses to reveal itself. That was actually a plot point with, I was gonna say Alexstrasza. It's not Alexstrasza, it's, Onyxia. When she was disguised, she was a black dragon who disguised herself as a human and woman and then helped, and she was undermining the Alliance and doing all some other things. And then it's like, we get this. And it's like, well, why did we get this when you have the Dragonkin? Dragonkin. Like, if there's a fantasy race I want to play, it's these guys. These are the Dragonkins. Well, let me see. Let me get a better clips. So they got these four-legged ones with, like, they're dragon-like centaurs. Different colors, different everything. They've been in Warcraft since the beginning. And then you got their beefier, like, more bipedal version. And we never got these as a playable race. And they're still in. Yeah, see, look, like, you can't tell that they're not like their race. They normally pick elves. And they don't. And that's what they look like when they're not in their fucking human form. But then you got these assholes who have, oh, like, this is our dragon form. This is our human form. You can clearly identify us. So that's stupid. I guess maybe they didn't want another race like the, what's the werewolf race we have in Warcraft? The, God, I'm drawing a blank right now. I can't remember their names. Can't remember what they're called. Let's see. Werewolf race. Wow. The Worgen, there it is. Yeah, they got the Worgen. Who, again, do the same thing as the dragons. They have their human form, and then they have their Worgen form. But they're an alliance race. And lore-wise, that makes sense. But, like, the Dragonkin are still around, they're still in the game, they're still everything. They interact with everybody. And for some fucking reason, we never got them in the race. We never got them as a playable race. Like, this would have been a great allied race. Imagine this. Women are always talking, you got people talking about too much sexuality. Look, there you go. Right there. That solves the problem. You have a race that could either be male or female look like this, male or female look like this. They all look the same. It would have been exactly what you wanted, and you didn't give us. Instead, you went with the fucking twink dragon. Oh, I hate it. I hate the Drekthir. And then they got their own hero class. It was upsetting. It's still upsetting, and I just want Dragonkin in my game. I mean, I could go play. What is that? Was it Turtle Well? So there's a private server called Turtle WoW, which takes Warcraft and changes it up a bit. It gives you races, it gives you everything. New playable races, goblins and high elves. new class and race combinations. Like, I've not tried it, but I've heard it's a huge private server. It's growing steam. It's actually a fun thing, and maybe I'll try one day to play Turtle WoW. But let me see, Turtle WoW. Let me see what races. But I know they have a more diverse cast of races in Turtle WoW than we got in what we're playing now. Who is Nerd Blaster? Oh wait, is that a goblin? Yeah, it's the goblin race faction leader they have. Okay. I'm not gonna show Turtle WoW because I know it's against TOS. But I mean, still, like this is me ranting on this because I'm just like, look at that. I don't want to play a twink. I want to play this dude. I want to play a super buff dude, or I want to play like a four-legged guy. Yeah, but my transmog wouldn't look cool. Your transmog would look awesome on this dude. I'd love to play like if I made a mage, I'd make a blue dragon mage. I mean, technically they all could be mages, but I would just be like, lore-wise, I'll do a blue dragon mage. Alright, that's enough ranting on that. I had to get through there, because it's just like, you know, it's insanity. It's insanity that there's so many good races and so much good lore that Blizzard hasn't expanded upon and talked about, and then we just get this. We just get hand-fed this, and nobody really kind of wants it except for the twink people who are just like, I want to be a cute femboy, and it's like, I don't want this. I gotta blow